Hello everyone. Today it's the new moon in Cancer, so I thought we'd do another pick a card reading. I figured we'd do perhaps a love reading, or at least you and another person, and having a look at the relationship between you. What's going on? What does that person think about you? What do you think about them? What's the potential outcome? Again, it's just for fun. Please don't take it too seriously. But when you're ready, you can think of a person that maybe you've got your eye on, maybe you think they've got their eye on you. And then once you've got that person in your mind, have a look at the cards in front of you right now and see if you feel particularly drawn to any of these cards. You can look at the cards or you can look at the characters. Today I've got these little Star Wars figures just as something to work out which pile's which, or maybe you feel particularly drawn to one character more than the others. Perhaps one of these characters reminds you of the person you're thinking of. Now they are all male characters because it's my son's Lego. It's his Star Wars figures, and I tried to find Leia, Princess Leia, and Rey. But I couldn't find them. I don't know what he's done with them. So we've got for card pile 1, we've got Anakin Skywalker. For pile number 2, we've got Obi Wan Kenobi. For pile number 3, we've got a Mandalorian. Now, it's not the Mandalorian or Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett. I don't know what I said then. It's just a generic rando Mandalorian. We also have Kylo Ren. And he's got the scar on his cheek. He's been fighting already. And we have for pile number 5, R2D2. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5. So what I'd like you to do is just kind of clear your mind, think of your person and see which pile you feel most drawn to, and then skip to I'm going to try and do timestamps. I've never done it before, so I'm not sure how to do it. I'm going to give it a go, and if I can do it, I'll put them in the description below. If not, just kind of find your place in the video and find out what your person thinks of you. Okay, take care. Back soon. Okay, so if you picked pile number 1 and Anakin Skywalker, then this is your spread. So before I start, so you may be male or female, or identify as male or female, and be interested in people of either gender, either sex. So if I refer to a masculine or feminine energy, just kind of take it as energy and not as actual gender. I'll try and talk openly so you can work out who's who in the reading. But what I'm seeing is that there's kind of an obsessive energy or a fixated energy, a little bit like how Anakin was kind of obsessed with Princess Padme in the film, because I noticed this when this card came out. This was one of the first cards that came out for you, and it's this eye, the animal with this eye, which gives me kind of like watching energy. We also have this cobra here who he really looks quite intense, really focused, almost hypnotic. So one of you may feel hypnotized by the other, or I'm getting up kind of almost borderline obsession, not in a kind of crazy stalker way, but in a way where you feel really connected to this person, or they feel very connected to you. The cobra kind of gives me quite sexual energy with all this fire in the background, and you know, it's a snake. And then this card also here is the animal. Now I haven't looked up the meaning of this card because I'm trying to do quite an instinctive reading. But what I'm getting here is that one of you makes the other person feel like an animal. You know, you really sort of bring that raw quite sexual side out of each other. I'm guessing that one of you really feels like it's time for action. One of you is super ready to go for this. It's like, right, come on, it's time. You're ready to go running off together into the sunset. This is also yin yang energy with the black horse and the white horse. So you may feel a little bit like your opposites who attract a little bit. Both these horses are running in the same direction, which means to me that you are both on the same page. You want the same things. You're in alignment with this person. Now we have the death card here. Don't panic. It doesn't necessarily mean actual death. It just means some kind of ending, something that may need cutting out, because you have this scythe here twice, because you also have this Knight of Pentacles card, which, you know, has this lady with a scythe, and they are very, very similar looking actually, even though they're very different cards. So one of you may need to cut something out in order for you two to come together. It may be that you might already be in a relationship, or something needs to end before you two can come together. Perhaps you work on other sides of the country, and you want to finish your job, finish your contract before you can move over and be with each other. That's just ideas, but there is something. It could be an addiction or a type of behaviour that needs to be cut out before you two can really get into action mode here. What I'm also seeing here is that perhaps there was an attempt made in the past. Maybe you two tried to get this to happen in the past, but it didn't work out for some reason. Perhaps someone was wanting action, was racing ahead, and the other person wanted to take things slowly with this Knight of Pentacles card. But I am seeing that there was possibly a kind of ending in your past in this relationship. However, the Ace of Cups is a new love offer, new romance coming in. So if you had kind of ended things on bad terms in the past, what I'm seeing is that this is a fresh start. It's a new beginning for you both. You also have this forgiving and learning card, which says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So if you are holding on to things from the past that aren't serving you anymore, you really need to let those go before this can happen. If this person hurt your heart or you hurt their heart, you need to forgive each other and learn from your mistakes if you want it to be successful this time around. You also have the Four of Wands, and now this can indicate a marriage, or it can just indicate a very stable, grounded union. It's also celebration. Perhaps you two met at a party, or you're going to go to a party or an event again with each other in the future. It does have this Ten of Wands here though, and the Ten of Wands is about dropping your burdens. So again, it's this feeling of needing to end something, or something having been ended. With this sitting next to the Four of Wands, it may be that you do need to end a previous situation before you can move forwards from that. You also have this ship in reverse. Now the ship can be about travel. It may be that you two were planning on hooking up together before the coronavirus took hold, and perhaps you had to cancel your travel plans. There's a sense of like going forward and then coming back again. But with this pathway card, it's like a new pathway is opening up. There's been a change with these butterflies on this card, and this change is illuminating a new pathway for you. In your future energies, in your moon energy, with this being a moon reading, a new moon reading as well, you actually have the new moon card. It's the new moon reading, and you have the new moon card, and it says a new start is coming. So I think your advice here is to really let go of the past. What's that song? There's a song trying to come through. You've got to let go of the past. There's a dead man clinging to my oar. It's Kesha. Cowboy Blues. Cowboy Blues by Kesha is the song that's coming through for you. So you may want to look that up. I think it's by Kesha. Right, so yeah, that is your reading pile number 1. Good luck with that. It looks actually very positive. It looks like you are almost soulmate energy, because you have the yin yang here, and you have the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, if you can see the 11s. So it does look like potentially this could be really good for you, but you have to cut out anything negative from the past before you can move forwards. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay, if you picked pile number 2 and Obi Wan Kenobi, then what I'm seeing here is actually that I'm mostly picking up on one person's energy, and it may be your energy or it may be the person you're connecting with, but there's one main energy coming through here, and the main message is about healing yourself. Somebody's been through a really challenging time, because you have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So I'll just quickly go through each of these cards. The Ten of Wands is feeling really burdened. You might be able to see this lady has all these rods on her back. She's carrying her burdens through the night there, this little light to guide her. The Ten of Swords is feeling absolutely sort of mentally exhausted. It's a situation that's closing. You may have felt stabbed in the back. Both of these cards, the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, are about endings. It's something that's felt very stressful. There's been a heavy burden on this person, but tens are about coming to the end of a journey and starting afresh. So whatever this person has been going through, I'm seeing that it is coming to a close now, and you can move on to a new beginning. You have this free yourself card as well. It's time to take back control of your life. So you may have felt like circumstances have been out of your control, and you've just had to kind of bear with this. You may have both been feeling like this. What I am seeing, you also have the Nine of Swords, which is about really mental anxiety, being sort of stressed to a point that you're making yourself ill. It can be a sign of depression. Please do reach out if you've been feeling like that. Reach out to a support network around you. And the Nine of Wands in reverse as well. The Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior card. It's someone who's really had to put up with a lot. They've been on a long journey. They've carried these burdens really far, but they're still willing to fight. They're still willing to keep going. With it being in reverse, I'm seeing that you're coming out of that energy and you're nearing the Ten of Wands energy, where it's time to put down the burdens. I do feel like potentially the other person in this situation has been like a guiding light throughout this period of darkness for this person. One person may have been by the other person's side throughout all this, shining the light, bringing joy into the life. We have this eternal child card here, which sort of makes me think of someone who's quite playful, quite light-hearted. So if someone's been going through this really difficult period of their life, where they're mentally and physically feeling really quite exhausted at this point, this person has been keeping them going, shining the light, bringing this joy into the life that has kept them going. We have this Angel de la Nuit card, which is actually, it's not in the normal tarot. It's a specific card to this deck, and I had to read the message to find out what it meant, but it has a really beautiful message. So I'm going to read this to you now. Excuse me. I am the angel of night. If you've picked me up, then my message to you is that your inner night is soon coming to an end. Now that makes me think someone may have had a dark night of the soul. So if you don't know that term and you feel like you've been through this really tough period, Google dark night of the soul and just have a look at that and see if that's your situation. But this is coming to an end. You may have walked in darkness for some time, but soon, very soon, a new full moon will rise and will show you the way. My phosphorescent butterflies are here to guide you. Believe in luck, believe in me, believe in you. Believe, guys. My black soft wings are protecting you from now on. Into your ear I whisper my sweet lullaby. Have no fear, honey, everything is going to be fine. The night is nothing to be afraid of anymore, and the warm sun that you hold within is ready to shine again. So a few messages there that I wanted to pick up on. Watch out for butterflies. They may be a kind of sign for you. They may guide you to certain things. Pay attention to your thoughts when you see the butterflies. And it doesn't have to be a real butterfly. It could be a piece of jewellery or a butterfly on the telly, someone's tattoo. But if you see a butterfly, be aware of what you were thinking at that moment, because that might be a sign that you're on the right path. It's the angel of night is trying to bring you signs. You may have to balance yourself with this yin yang energy. You may have options with the Seven of Cups. You may be looking at different options and perhaps feeling a bit overwhelmed. So you may have to go within to work out what you really want from life. With this ending, with this part of your life, this dark night of the soul coming to an end, it's going to bring in a rebirth for you that's going to make you feel really quite youthful. You may, sorry, I had to pause and just tell my kids to be a bit quieter. They started to get a bit loud. So yeah, you may feel like a child again, which actually it's funny that I was talking about becoming a child again, and my kids started to get a bit rowdy. So I feel a bit bad for asking them to be quiet now. No, you know, if this is your reading and you feel like your inner child's coming out, you go and you play and you have fun, because if this is your story, then you deserve it. There's a sense of needing to find balance, because you have this yin yang card here and this stingray card here with all its chakras in alignment. You may want to do some meditation, some yoga, some tai chi, whatever floats your boat in terms of bringing yourself, grounding yourself, working on your chakras if that's your thing. The stingray is a very symmetrical creature with this chakra energy in the middle. You have the building bridges card. You may need to look at the connections in your life, see if, especially if you have had a period where you've been quite isolating yourself and doing introspection, you may have found that you've distanced yourself from certain people, and this card is telling you to rebuild those bridges, reach out to people that you may have not spoke to for a while, just send them an email or a text saying, hey, hope you're okay, how are you doing? Don't lose connections just because you've had a difficult period. Give people a chance to come back into your life. The sudden wealth card is here, so there is something coming in for you from the universe. It could be something financial, it could be money, it could be something of tangible value, like I don't know, it could be a gift someone bringing to you. It could be something more spiritual, where it's wealth of spirit, wealth of soul, where you've discovered something about yourself, and it gives you this emotional feeling of wealth, especially with this eternal child here as well. I feel like you may be rediscovering how to have fun. You do, if you're looking for numerology, you have the 11 here and the 22. So there may be a very strong partnership here. If this is the person that you're interested in, then this is their story. They're going to need you to shine your light for them, because that's difficult, their situation. And you have the yin yang, which again, it's there's a soulmate connection here. Look out for the number 777. This may be another sign to you, like the butterflies, that you need to pay attention to your thoughts or the messages that are around you at the time. It may be your lucky number at the moment. 777 is also about spirituality and individuality. So I think you're learning how to be yourself more, learning how to put yourself first, and how to come out of this very challenging energy. Again, this could be you or your person. Switch it around as necessary. Yeah, and then your advice card after all this is, take time to breathe out. Just chill out. Just breathe. Just breathe. You're going to need to take a breather if you've been dealing with a lot. Okay, good luck. I hope you get to your inner child energy soon. Take care. Pile 2. Hello, people who picked pile number 3, deck number 3, and the Mandalorian. Not the Mandalorian, but a Mandalorian. We need to think of a name for him. I don't know if he's an actual named character or not. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you know more than me. I'm going to call him... what's a good Mandalorian name? Mickey the Mandalorian. Okay. If you chose this pile, what I'm seeing here is that someone in this connection may have lost someone. This could have been someone close to them. It could have been someone that didn't know particularly well, but it's made them sort of re-look at spirituality is what I'm getting. The reason why I think somebody may have lost someone may have passed, is because I'm seeing all these candles here, and it's almost like when you light a candle in remembrance of someone. You also have these, I'm noticing the wings here as well, which is making me think of sort of angels, or of flight, of the soul flying. I don't want to kind of put any religious spin on this here. I'm just sort of saying what I'm seeing in this deck. So take what you want to take, and just let anything else slide that doesn't work for you. I'm not talking in terms of religion at all here, just what the cards are telling me. You also have this thoughts card with this man thinking about this lady. So I'm getting mother. Someone may have lost the mother. Doesn't have to be. Like I say, it's just someone. It could be a neighbour. Someone has passed, and this person's sort of reassessing things that matter in life, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, but it's in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles is a card about having everything you could materially want. You've got the house, you've got the car, you've got the job. You're feeling very stable, very grounded, but perhaps someone's thinking, oh, maybe these aren't the things that matter in life anymore. Maybe other things matter in life. This World card is here. It gives me High Priestess energy with that moon in the background and all the blue. And you also have this full moon card over here. So I am thinking that someone is feeling perhaps quite emotional and quite spiritual at the moment. The World card is about movement. It can be actual global travel, or it can be sort of movement in your life or on your soul path. But what I'm getting here is that she's holding onto the owl's legs. The owl wants to fly. It has its wings spread, ready to fly, but she's holding onto its legs. So there may be a sense of you, or the person you're connecting with, being ready to fly, ready to move forward, ready to start a new cycle in life, a fresh start. But for some reason you're feeling tethered. Feeling quite tethered there. You have the Three of Wands twice. Now the Three of Wands is watching and waiting energy, and both the figures on these two cards are looking back at the past. This one's in the daytime, this one's in the nighttime. This one's shining some lights. They're both looking at these ships. It's almost like you're ready to sail, you're ready to move. Perhaps you or the person you're connecting with know where you want to go next, but for some reason you're feeling a bit stuck. You have the Six of Swords in reverse, which the Six of Swords is a card about moving on to calmer waters, moving forwards, and it's in reverse, so there's no movement here. Also, this book's closed, and you have this owl here with its feet tied, so this is almost like knowledge, needing more knowledge, searching for more knowledge perhaps of the divine. I'm noticing this octopus here. The octopus has a lot of legs. It's quite low down, deep at the bottom of the ocean. You or your person may be really deep down in your emotions, maybe trying to do too many things at once with these eight legs. But the head is very vibrant. It's got all these rainbow colours going on in the headspace, so it may be someone's really using their imagination or really trying to connect to their higher knowledge. They may just be overwhelmed with thoughts. We do have the thought card there as well. The Page of Pentacles in the middle could be a child involved. The page is normally someone starting a new project or a new something new and material in the life. It might be a new job, it might be going back to education. Either someone's bringing this offer to you, or you're sort of making plans to do this. There is definitely a theme of knowledge here. What the kind of advice cards that you have is surrender to the divine. So if you're, and you have trust as well, the situation is calling for you to have faith. So someone may have lost their faith or be rethinking their faith, and you're being told, the angels, if you believe in angels, or the universe or God, whatever whatever you believe in spiritually, I'm going to call it the universe. The universe is working for you. They are encouraging you to trust and surrender because they have a path for you. They are trying to guide you forward on your journey. They want you to come out of this waiting energy, and they want you to kind of step on the boat. Obviously, if you need time to heal, wait and heal before you move. But I feel like there's a fresh start here for you or your person. Once they perhaps finish this period of processing. The Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication and speech and music. So you may find that there's a lot of communication or messages coming through for you in music, so just be aware of the lyrics of songs. If you keep hearing a particular song, or if a song is standing out to you, sort of pay a little bit more attention to it, see if there is a message there for you. It might be the universe, the spirits, trying to guide you on your path, or your person's path. Maybe send, if this is your person, maybe send them some music. I'm not getting any songs through right now, I'm afraid, so that one's up to you. Okay, thank you, pile 3. Hello, pile number 4. If you picked Kylo Ren, and why wouldn't you? He's the hero we didn't think we needed. And yeah, definitely don't deserve. Okay, so what I'm seeing in this spread is there's kind of a bit of a complicated situation. I feel like there is a caring connection here. Someone is very, very caring towards another person, and you also have this mentor card, the mentor. There may be a feeling that one of you is perhaps older or more experienced or more knowledgeable than the other. I do get a sense of, with this Queen of Cups having an owl on it, there's 2 owls, so there is a theme of knowledge here. And we also have this mouse. The mouse is the prey of the owl, so there may be a kind of an imbalance of power. Perhaps one person is more, I don't want to say aggressive, I'm not trying to say aggressive, more of a go-getter, perhaps more confident, more experienced in the world, where the other person may be a little bit more innocent and naive. There's also a sense of you've got the 7 of Swords twice, once in the upright and once in the reverse. So what I'm getting from this is that one of you may want to keep this relationship hidden, but the other person may want to just come out into the open. You can see this girl is completely just arms wide open, everything's bare. She just wants to come out into the open and reveal all the secrets. She doesn't want to be secretive. The 7 of Swords is a card about being secretive. I'm saying she. It could be either person in this relationship. Gender doesn't really apply. It's just the character on this card that I'm referring to. Yeah, so the 7 of Swords is a card about deception, about strategy. So if this relationship could potentially be frowned upon for some reason, I'm kind of getting almost like a mature student, a student at university who's fallen in love with their tutor. It's that kind of scenario where someone's in a position of power, someone's in a position of trust, and perhaps the feelings in this relationship are genuine, because you do give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And the 6 of Cups as well, which is this equal give and take, sharing, balance. This could work. I'm not saying that this couldn't work, but there is a bit of an imbalance with perhaps you're having to be a bit sneaky. The mouse is moving around in the dark. There's these cards about strategy. Perhaps this has to be on the hush-hush for now until perhaps one of you graduates and you can make it official. This is the kind of storyline I'm getting here. You can sort of switch it around. You know, there may be another scenario for you, but that's what I'm getting. The King of Pentacles again is someone who is it could be a boss. It's sort of quite fatherly energy, which I don't want to use the D word here, you know, and I know that's a complicated area for some people, but there is this kind of like almost like one person's quite fatherly to the other person is what I'm getting. Yeah, someone's older or more grounded. Perhaps they are established in their career and the other person is just starting out. Maybe they're an apprentice and this person's the boss. Yeah. The Eight of Wands here is about communication and movement forward. So I feel like if you two speak to each other, quite honestly, perhaps you can sort of allay some of your fears. If one of you is quite worried about this situation, maybe you can talk to each other about, you know, well, what strategy are we going to have? Maybe we can't just come out into the open straight away, but maybe we don't have to be deceptive. You know, something needs to be worked out here. There needs to be, someone doesn't have enough knowledge. You or your person, you are in each other's thoughts. I do feel, I'm not sensing that there is any kind of deceptive, negative energy to the relationship itself. It's more like the circumstances around you are causing some sort of problems. We also have this is like the nostalgia card. So the nostalgia card in the reverse with the thoughts, you may have, one of you may be thinking about perhaps conversations you've had in the past, or if you have been together before, they're thinking about this past relationship, or they're thinking perhaps about other past relationships that have moved on and sort of comparing you to them, or you're comparing them to other people. Now that sounds horrible, but it may be more like, well, this person's very new. It's not someone who I've, it's not really my type. I'm quite surprised that I feel this way about this person. It's more like that kind of thing is what I'm getting from there. The advice card you have, other than give your relationship a chance, is what do you need to release? The waning mood. So there may be something that is blocking this relationship that needs to be released. That could be anything. See what applies to your situation. It's almost like time's up. I'm hearing time's up for something. Something needs to be let go of. Something needs to be put into the past so that you can move forward if you do want to give this relationship a chance. It may be that you're feeling like it's time to let go of this relationship itself. That's for you to decide, I think. But you do have the give your relationship a chance card here. The waning moon is also giving me a sense with the lilies about time passing. There is some sense of time here, like it's not the right time. You need to wait for something to be released or something to come to an end so that you two can move forwards together. It's kind of what I'm getting there. Okay, good luck with that one, pile 4. Take care. Okay, pile number 5. Those of you who picked R2D2, you have quite an interesting spread. I feel like the universe is trying to bring you something here, but someone's blocking their intuition. There's a sense that the reason why someone may be blocking their intuition with this Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is blocking mental blocks. But this particular Two of Swords, she does have her swords open. and she has this blindfold on with the moon behind her. So there is a sense that someone needs to connect to their intuition here, or maybe one of you needs to connect, but one of you is very, very intuitive. She has this, her foot in the water here with all this electric sparks, sparking her emotions is what I'm hearing. But the reason why someone may feel, perhaps I'm getting that they're not ready for this, is you have the Three of Swords here. I've covered it up because it's quite a graphic card, but I can kind of describe it to you a little bit. The Three of Swords is a card about heartbreak. This person, I'm just trying to edge it up. This person's trying to heal the heart, because what they've done is they've got a bird in one hand, and it's as though they've taken the heart of this bird and they've tried to put it on their own chest and to try and heal the heart, which again, with it being a bird, it gives me this sense of freedom. She's looking upwards towards this Page of Pentacles, who looks like she's healed. Perhaps you have, if this is you or your person, it's like you have friends around you who are trying to help you. They may be sending you messages with these birds. They may be trying to come to visit. Either that, or you're missing this. You're wanting this peace and this community around you. Now, this relationship may actually be very healing for you or for the person you're connecting with, because these two cards next to each other, you have the Healer of the Ages, and I notice how his heart chakra is glowing with this golden light, compared to the sort of pain of this card in the heart space. So this healing energy is trying to do its work here. Someone really needs to heal their heart space. This may be a connection from the past, a connection that has caused you a lot of pain, or perhaps one of you are in a situation right now that has caused you a lot of pain in the heart space. There is a sense of a relationship from the past coming back around, because you have this reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I also feel that someone they've almost closed themselves off to a place where they just kind of want to stay where they're comfortable. They're scared of getting heartbroken again, because you have this step out of your comfort zone North Node card, which is saying that perhaps staying in this space of heartbreak, there's no growth there. There's no spiritual growth. You can't heal if you're stuck in one place. You need to make these connections with other people. You need to, if someone's broke your heart, you need to not you can't make that go, but you can form new connections with new people who can bring you other kinds of comfort, other kinds of joy, in relationships in the heart space. So yeah, there is a real sense of having to reach out to people. I feel like once this heart healing takes place within these new connections, and then there is going to be a lot of abundance. There's a lot of happiness here, really, really trying to come through. You have blossoming abundance, the Ten of Cups, which is complete emotional happiness with another person. It's the rainbows over the happy home card. Complete happiness. I think the only card that's happier than the Ten of Cups in the tarot is the Sun. So it's like the minor arcana version of the Sun. You also have the Nightingale as well, which the Nightingale always seems to me, it's the birds trying to sing in this new dawn for you. So that song's coming through. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. But with it being in the reverse, that's what's giving me this sense of someone blocking it, that they're not seeing that this new dawn is coming in for them. Perhaps they're not believing it. Perhaps they just really feel like they just need that bit more time to heal. You have this Starborn card here as well, which is, again, it's like the universe is here with this egg, which to me is always like this gift, this new opportunity that could be really, really successful and really happy here, trying to come in. It's this pentacle with the Page of Pentacles, universal gift trying to come into someone in this connection. Yeah, I just think someone needs to open up a little bit and just take that chance, step out of their comfort zone here, get to a place where they're ready to risk forming new connections again. But there is success here. The Six of Wands is a card all about success. It can also mean, with the Six of Wands and the Starborn, I'm getting a sense that someone may be in the spotlight, someone may be getting recognised for some work that they've done. And you also have the Judication card in here in reverse, which kind of means a lack of judgment. Again, it's like someone just needs to open up and let the universe bring this gift into them. And the Well card here is here as well, which again is like all the abundance, everything you could need, all the emotional fulfillment you could need, because that well is really, really deep. It has the sun behind it. So just open up, give people a chance, is what I'm getting from here. Okay, thank you, group number 5. Take care. I hope you all enjoyed your readings today, no matter which deck you picked. Good luck. Good luck in your romantic endeavours. Take care.